We'll do an update. We're asking has anyone got a ticket for a COVID ticket. And also Cesar Medina, Bree.
Yes, he's coming on. We are going to be talking about a program that we're working on to help raise money for the Salvation Army, and it's through dance. So I'm excited to do that interview with him.
Wait, how much dancing are we going to have to do?
It's the Chris, please don't dance type of dancing.
Good. Thank you. Right on. Perfect. 9:10. Let's go into the Zoom room now where we have Christine Baleto from the Chamber of Commerce, of course. Good morning, Christine.
Good morning.
So how about
I have a hard time hearing you, Chris. You're like really low.
Am I? How about now? That's weird.
That's better.
Okay.
It could be my audio.
Right on. So Christine, we brought you on because we saw you guys had come out with a release about this bag bill that's on the session agenda. And
yes. So, I mean, basically, it's not that we're opposed to the bill, but the implementation of the ban is basically January 1st, 2021, which is like 3 weeks away from now. And so, we're basically asking for a delay in implementation until the following year. As you guys know, I mean, we are in the worst economic crisis that our island has seen. Many businesses have closed. Some have not even opened. We've got a lot of struggles happening in commerce. And so, we're just asking for a delay to give businesses and the community an opportunity to transition. You've got businesses, especially small ones, that have not been able to deplete their current inventory. You've got distributors that have, up to a year's supply of bags on hand. And in order to change to comply with the law, it's going to require some planning. It's going to require these businesses to place orders for reusable bags. It's going to require capital to pay for these items. And then, even from the distributor down to the retail or restaurant, ideally, you want them to deplete the inventory they have on hand because there's a cost to that. And right now, they're struggling hard enough without having to provide or put that additional burden on them. And so that was basically the gist of the request. We have been reaching out to different senators as well, asking if they would support the amendment to delay the implementation. We're also trying to partner with the Guam Women's Chamber and GHRA. This all came about yesterday, so it's been really rushed, but I'm trying to get a hold of the ladies this morning and ask if they can assist us in lobbying for the delay. And so, yeah, that's where we're at. And we're really hoping that the senators consider that and postpone the implementation until next year, January.
Mm-hmm. Did this just come on the Chamber's radar yesterday, or because the public hearing on this bill was in October?
So there's the bill, from what I understand, has actually been floating for 2 years. This is something that's been an initiative of I forgot, it's the sustainability group. I forgot what their official name is. And so, I've had discussions with even Kathy Skro on this, and, we were both talking like there was never an educational campaign. No one was sure if this was going to pass. And so, it's kind of sad, because of COVID. And so it came on our radar yesterday as far as like, yes, it's likely that it's going to be pushed through. And the implementation date was going to be January 1st, 2021.
So in reaching out to some of the senators, can you tell us who you reached out to and what was their response?
So I've basically been reaching out through WhatsApp text. It was quite early in the morning and I didn't want to call anybody at 4 a.m. or 6 a.m. So
Sorry.
I'm actually waiting for
their
responses. And then, again, we have other members of our board of directors that are reaching out to senators that they have relationships with as well. So that's where, some personal calls are going to take place. And again, even when asking the Guam Women's Chamber and GHRA for their assistance, asking them if they can also call senators and ask for the delay.
Right. Yeah, the message that went out, I think it was last night by from the chamber. I mean, it really painted a picture of dire circumstances.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and again, pointing out it's not just businesses. We talked about how even schools have been using the plastic bags to package the different items that they've been handing out. We talked about farmers who use plastic bags right now to put their vegetables or fruits in as they sell it. I mean, everybody's been using it, and so again, we need time to just transition to the reusable bags. The current law that's being considered also bans biodegradable bags and paper bags. So when we talk about the banning of these bags, it's all plastic, biodegradable paper bags. So the only thing that would be allowed legally is reusable bags. And so, think about, I was talking to George Chu a few weeks back, and I was like, can you imagine mapo tofu being in a reusable bag? Like, it spills all over the place. So we kind of have to make that adjustment for some of the foods or items that traditionally have used plastic bags to sort of contain spillage and whatnot. And so, again, it's a transition. While we're asking it's time to transition, give businesses or even community organizations or farmers, give everyone a chance to figure out what they need to do to comply with the law and then make the necessary arrangements to do so. And again, a lot of our businesses are not even open. We're looking at, even with vaccination, possible reopening in March or April of next year. So if this goes into effect, there's a lot of businesses that have not even opened that are going to, all of a sudden, no income all this time, opening. We're just trying to, get our basically our feet on the ground, and then here's this additional burden. And I just want to put out there as well that we've got in March a minimum wage increase that's going to hit all the businesses. So there's just a lot going on in the face of kind of this trying to recover from the pandemic. And so we're just asking for compassion, for the consideration of delaying this so that we give everyone an opportunity to transition.
Uh-oh, the C word.
Sorry. Christine, so what would you say to, and let me just play, the other side of this. When you talk about all the different groups of people who are using the plastic bags, what would you say to people who would argue that that's exactly why we need to get rid of them, is because everyone's using them? And then also, if you could, maybe people can't put it together in their head how great a cost plastic bags are. So when you talk about businesses that aren't open and having this existing inventory of the plastic bags, could you communicate to the audience how costly it is? Because maybe they don't realize.
Yes.
Or whatever.
So I think long term, people all recognize that we do need to make this change, right? I mean, even if you go to the mainland and you go shopping, they haven't banned the use of those bags, but if you do use a plastic or paper bag, you're charged 10 to 15 cents for that bag. And so it really encourages you, because you don't want to keep paying every time you go shopping for those bags, to use your reusable bags. I think here on Guam, I don't think there's an argument that we need to switch over. Again, the argument is in this current climate, we need an educational campaign. We need time for people to transition. And to your point about the cost, when I was talking to Kathy last night, she was saying, you look at a plastic bag that maybe will cost, 5 cents, a few cents to 5 cents. When you're talking about a paper bag, you're talking in excess of 20 to 25 cents and up, depending on the quality, depending on the size. And for businesses, that adds up. You use a lot of bags depending on the size of your business. If you think about a restaurant, we're only doing takeout now. So imagine the cost of that bag, and bagging all the different food items that they need to on a daily basis. It really adds up. It really does. And paper supplies, which is what we consider your to-go containers. A lot of people have moved to more reusable plastics. those are quite expensive. The bags that hold them, the utensils, the to-go packets, all of that, like PPPs, is a cost. And right now, we can't even keep our people employed at full-time hours. We can't bring people back to work. We need the opportunity to recover. And then, we can move towards this.
Are you good on the bags, Bree? Because I wanted to transition to reopening.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So this doesn't include the sale of the trash bags, right? That's
yeah.
not.
Can we still use trash bags? Let's say.
Well, some people use those grocery bags.
Yeah, we do.
For trash
Hello,
bags,
of
right?
course. What do you think's in the
Yes,
bathroom trash can? The plastic bag.
So
sure.
we're actually going to have to buy trash bags for all of us out there that use those bags for the bathroom trash can or the bedroom trash can or whatnot. But yeah, so I got sidetracked. What was the question again?
Are we going to be able to use trash bags like the black ones,
Yeah,
Well,
they sell them.
That's not addressed in the bill. It says retail or wholesale establishments may offer for sale or distribute
Right, to put the
reusable
grocery.
bags.
I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's specific to retail and wholesale establishments.
Okay.
Okay.
So Christine, with the car score, I mean, we haven't even talked to you since the car score was created. Where are you guys in conversation with the government leaders in terms of, we were told strive for 5, right? The car scores at 2. We spoke with the governor Giving Tuesday. She said, hey, December 15th, 16th, they're going to be looking at rewarding us, so to speak, with the easing of restrictions. What we've heard, the restrictions are going to ease first would be the social gathering restrictions. But, of course, in my mind, I'm wondering, have you guys had conversations about maybe increasing retail store restrictions or decreasing them, or any other type of restrictions in place for private businesses?
We actually have, and at the time that we had the conversation with the governor, it was still just a few days with the low car score, and so of course, hearing from the physicians advisory group and the governor's concern is Thanksgiving, right? And what we can expect if people did not comply with the social distancing, if they didn't comply with the limitation on the social gatherings and so forth. And so what we've been advocating for and we've requested of her is that given that tomorrow is basically the 14 days, and if we don't have that spike, would she consider opening retail to 50% occupancy and doing in-dining as of Friday? And the reason being is that basically, if you look, we only have 2 more weekends before Christmas. For our retail establishments and for our restaurants, the holiday season is the key, time of the year out of the entire year, where it makes or breaks a business, where it really gives that boost that's needed to get you to where you need to be as far as for your year sales and so forth. And so it's so critical that we provide the opportunity for our local businesses and restaurants to get that little boost, at least for the 2 weekends leading up to Christmas, rather than having people continue to do online shopping. Because the reality is, people are shopping, but they're just not shopping locally. And, we're really, really hoping that she will make that decision tomorrow. We have a meeting with her tomorrow, and that she will give that consideration. With social gatherings, I know that she does want to also provide a higher amount of people for the holidays. But, from the business perspective, from the chamber's perspective, we're really just trying to push for the business openings as quickly as possible. And of course, understanding the concerns that they have.
So you're going to tell her, we really, 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 really. It's so funny when we get these people on the show and they talk about having to meet with the governor. It's like they're also, we're really, really going to ask her. Sorry, Christine, I don't.
No, I mean, ultimately, it is her decision.
Of course,
you know,
yes.
and that's the only thing that we can do. You know, we have a good relationship with the members of the physician advisory group. And you know, we're on talks. I mean, all we can do is advocate and request for consideration, but ultimately it is her decision. And you know, it's up to her to take the recommendations or not. You know, so yeah, I mean, we really want businesses to open, and we really hope she
I
considers
know.
it.
It just reminds me. I haven't asked my mom. Like, Mom, pretty, please with the Zori on top. No, I mean, but you're right. I mean, Christine, this Pecor Fund lockdown. I mean, basically, we've shown that we were able to get the car score down, even with all these so-called restrictions in place, right? So it's been shown that we flattened the curve, or at least, you know, kept the car score low with this existing set of circumstances. So of course it only makes sense for you guys to argue that we open it up a little bit more. But I mean, when we talked to Crystal and some of the doctors, they had indicated that the governor would first be inclined to tinker with the social gathering restrictions. So I mean, yeah, keep us posted. We're definitely
Yeah. I mean, of course, like if you look at it, I mean, the biggest spread of this virus has occurred in those social gatherings. And so, you know, that's why, I mean, we're just kind of, you know, advocating that opening the businesses first and foremost before even relaxing social gatherings is less of a risk. You know, when you take a look at it, and, you know, again, we're past the 14 days as of tomorrow. If we haven't seen the spike from Thanksgiving, you know, it's not likely that they're going to develop it on the 15th day. And so we really just need to get those businesses open for the weekend and give our local people a chance to shop and help our local businesses survive.
right on.
All right.
Christine, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your
Have
time.
a good day, guys.
Yeah, be safe.
Merry
You too.
Christmas.
Bye-bye.
That's the Merry Christmas if we don't see you before. But I'm pretty sure we'll see you.
I'll send Jason a copy of my, or a picture of my tree.
Yeah, we're doing a contest,
Inspire you
Christine.
guys.
We're doing a contest.
Merry Christmas.
We're doing a contest. If you want to join, there's cash prizes.
Right. It's for outdoor decorations. It's with
Right.
the Island-wide Beautification Task Force.
Right, help you offset the
Well,
cost of
is
those.
the price Benella's doggo, because like I'll jump in for Benella's doggo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just decorate your house outdoors, and then you tag us with the hashtag Making Spirits Bright GU, and you could win cash. And then we also have prizes, right, Bree?